Stories of life, hope, and love.
I am Z,
I am Raven,
and this is Higala Podcast. In a cold night, we often find ourselves waiting for a miracle. In the vast night sky, among all the million stars decorating the darkness, we wait for just a single shooting star to make our wish come true. Today's story will tell us about how the moon has found her own shooting star, the light that guides her way.
Dear Higala, I am 21 years of age, a student by day in one of CDO's prestigious universities, and a wild party brat by night. Growing up, I have always been surrounded by an environment where moral and religious doctrines must be upheld in every aspect of my life. I have been active with religious organizations and activities. I must say that the said environment also made me very curious and seek the darkest and most evil things that life and even love could offer. Call me Luna. Yes, Luna, or the moon that shines by the light from the sun. At the age of 18, I started doing illicit things just to satisfy my wildest curiosity and thoughts. I party all night, empty beer bottles, and few more taps to open another cap, and cigarette sticks towards my lips. Name all the wildest things done in a beer pub, then I might have done it. To me, my wildest escapades were fun that I even told myself that I won't stop doing them. Or should I say, I will continue being happiest by that lifestyle. You think that's all? Well, making things worse, I got involved in a relationship that only taught me nothing but to become more immature, to be more reckless, to the point of fulfilling sexual desires. It made me more selfless. I'll give him what he wants, then he will definitely stay. I thought of this as how true love works. But not long enough, the relationship of which I thought was true became meaningless. He left nothing but intense pain and anger towards myself for being so stupid and for losing self-respect. He was gone without any explanation. Ghosted? More like I became the ghost, dead and floating without any destination. That time, I've started finding consolation by being sexually active with different partners and being drunk almost every night of the week, hoping that I would find the love which would last, the love that will fill the empty void left by the previous relationship. Until such time that when I went home from a conference held on a nearby province, I got bored, making me think of inviting my orgmates for a night out and be dead drunk. Little did I know, what I needed was not the endless life of evening parties, but just one night. It would only need one night that I would find a part of me which was once lost, a part that was taken while I was looking foolishly for the love that also took my self-love. From that same night, me and my orgmates could not manage to go home because of being too drunk. So, the four of us have decided to spend the night in an inn in Divisoria. We have rented 2 rooms, since they only allowed 2 persons in a room. My other orgmates stayed in one room, while me and a guy named Jack, also my orgmate, decided to share the other room. I must say that Jack is way too different from the other guys that I've hung out with. He seems to be silent, but I could tell he's a wild one. And by telling myself, this guy's a wild one, I meant the thing explorative. Sexual explorer? Yes, maybe. I have talked with different men, and in one glance, I could tell if the guy just wants to hook up or wants a serious relationship. Since I slept with different people and got used to being someone who makes the other sexually satisfied, I have already prepared myself for what I thought to be a wild night. I immediately threw myself to the bed, ready to grab and kiss him. Yet, the 8 words that came out of his mouth melted my once frozen heart in a snap.
Ambi ang unlan, dili ra ako matulog sa salog.
He only asked for a pillow. But it seemed to me that the act was also telling me, Luna, fix yourself. I was shocked and dumbfounded. It made me so ashamed, and I realized how I was too lost to the point that I became so disrespectful with myself. His statement was a hard slap and a wake-up call for me to regain self-respect. Within those hours, with the bed being too spacious for me and the floor too cold for him, I spent another night with a guy beside me, but unlike every steamy nights, this one felt cold. I took the moment of staring blankly at the ceiling, thinking how my life went so wrong. From then on, I started to change my ways, and it has become my personal mission to protect and care for him. For me, he was a jewel, too rare to find, too precious to be hurt. I didn't really mind if he loves me back or not. What matters to me is happiness. I must admit, he never touched my lips, yet he touched my heart. Our relationship grew stronger. From a simple acquaintance, we then became drinking buddies, until best of friends. We knew each other like an open book. With one glance, he immediately knew if I was uncomfortable, sad, happy, or feeling something. Same with him. I knew how to read him. Even his cold and deadly stare. I would absolutely know what was up. In other terms, he's one of those people who knew the worst and best in me. There would be times when I would be so drunk, yet he ensures that nothing bad will happen. And nothing really did. Every time I get so drunk and get naggy, irritating, and dramatic, he never failed to extend his patience and care for me. He's my safe haven, and with him, I found peace. Not for long, he taught me to get back on my feet and be a better version of myself. He always reminds me of how I should care for myself and to believe in greater things that the future holds. His lines like,
Ayaw kay na problema ha. Kawalan jud kaniya. Busa pa move on na, kay daghan pa lalaki ang deserve ka. Unsa din mo assignment? Ambi be atong tanawon. Nagkaon na ka? Undangi sa na, kaon sa ta.
will always be a resounding memory that is forever engraved in my heart. Our connection is beyond the alcoholic drinks that we have shared. It's a connection that's way deeper than the ocean. He taught me how love is patient, kind, respectful, humble, truthful. He came unexpectedly amidst the darkness of my life, and I must say that he is the best thing that ever happened to me. He also taught me not only the qualities of love, but to give it to him without any conditions. I have been with him through his ups and downs, and he was also there through mine. But I never knew that the happiness that we have shared would not stay for long. After his graduation, he needed to seek a job out of the city. And even though I have confessed my feelings for him, what he could only offer is an assurance that he will always be my friend, no matter what. It has been 2 years since he left. We have been exchanging chats, and my love for him is still strong, even if it seems impossible for him to love me back. Jack, you're my unexpected type of love that even today serves as one of my hardest lessons. Our paths may have diverged, and we might never meet again, just like how a moon will always chase the sun. But I hope that one day, an eclipse would happen in our lives, and when our paths would hopefully meet again, I pray that at that moment, you have finally found your happiness, and I would be successful and healed just like how you want me to be. No, just how I wished myself to be. Reach your dreams in the skies, my love. Remember that your friend Luna will always be here for you, even on your darkest times. I love you, my son. Till we meet again. To our listeners who could have the same experience as mine, I hope my story would serve as a hope for you to believe that someday you would meet someone who will accept you unconditionally and would help you heal your broken heart and soul. For the meantime, learn to accept and love yourself, for there is no greater love that you could receive than the amount that you give for yourself. This is Luna, The moon that once shined by the light from the sun, gaining myself back by knowing that I shine the brightest when there is self-love.
First of all, thank you so much to Luna for bravely sharing her story to our Higalas. It is truly an experience worth listening to. Luna's story did not end with a happily ever after with Prince Charming. But this doesn't make it any less of a love story. In fact, it's even better for now. There are different kinds of love in the world. May it be for family, for things unseen, for our partners. Because of this, we get so stuck to the thought of loving and caring for others that we forget to love the most important person in our lives, ourselves. Luna, like the moon in the night sky, surrounded herself with the countless but unknown stars, not knowing that in the midst of letting herself be, she lost her own light. This story teaches us that no matter how much we try to search for love and affection from others, we will never find it unless we love our own skin first. Although, this is much easier said than done. The path to self-love is a very long and difficult process. Along the way, we will meet people who will help us, may it be in a way of saving us or leaving us. We learn from both types. Along the way, we make mistakes, sometimes disregarded and sometimes acknowledged. Along the way, we learn from our past. And along the way, without even noticing, we have come to love ourselves. Mga Higala, we are all like the moon. Like its surface, we have bumps we call insecurities and challenges. Like the moon, we have different phases to go through too. So I hope one day, like Luna, you'll meet your sun, and that you can change for the better too. Not for the countless stars, and not for the sun that saved you, but for yourself. This is Higala Podcast, leaving you with a message. Higala, love yourself. Share us some love by hitting that like button and let us know your suggestions in the comment section below. And if you want to share your story, send it through bit.do/Higala Stories.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Higala Podcast, and click that notification bell for more Higala stories.
And please, do like and follow our social media accounts in Facebook and Twitter at Andam Higala CDO. For more Higala updates, you may also visit our official website, andamhigala.org. Once again, I am Z.
I am Raven, and this is Higala Podcast.